Welcome back to Vijay Academy. In this video, I'll be explaining MCQ questions from Standard Maths question paper 23-24 board examination. The first question is, if the sum of the zeros of the polynomial p of x equals to 2x square minus k root 2x plus 1 is root 2, then the value of k is dash. Here sum of the zeros is given, sum of the zeros is root 2, and we are supposed to find the value of k, where k is the coefficient of x. And if you compare this polynomial with the standard form of the polynomial, which is ax square plus bx plus c, so k is present in the place of b. So now let us use the formula, which is sum of the zeros, which is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha plus beta is root 2, so we can replace alpha plus beta by root 2 and then write the minus sign as it is, and b value is minus k into root 2, minus k into root 2. So we can write this as minus of minus k root 2 divided by a. Here a value is 2, which is coefficient of x square, and now we are supposed to find the value of k. So isolate k here. So first let me transpose 2 to the LHS, so we get 2 root 2, which is equal to minus into minus plus k times root 2. Now we can cancel root 2 and root 2 here, so we get k is equal to 2. So option B is the correct answer. Question number 2. If the probability of a player winning a game is 0.79, then the probability of is losing the same game is dash. So we have the sum of the probabilities of the complementary events is 1. So which is P of E plus P of E naught is equal to 1, where E and E naught are the complementary events, like winning a game and losing a game. Now winning a game is 0.79. Let us replace P of E by 0.79 plus P of E naught is equal to 1. So let me transpose 0.79 to the RHS. So we get P of E naught is equal to 1 minus 0.79. So when you subtract 0.79 from 1, we get 0.21. So the probability of is losing the same game is option D, 0.21. And question number 3. If the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0, are real and equal, then which of the following relation is true? So the condition for the roots are real and equal is b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. And now in this you can see the first option, a is equal to b square by c, is there. So if you put all this on one side of the equal sign, we get it like this. Transposing c to the LHS, you get ac, then transposing b, you get ac minus b square equal to 0. This is not correct. Then second one, transpose ac to the LHS, you get b square minus ac equal to 0. This is also not correct relation. And then option C, transpose 4 to the LHS, that will give you 4ac, and then transpose b square to the LHS, minus b square equal to 0, and multiply this equation by minus 1, so we get plus b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Therefore option C is the correct answer. Question number 4. In an AP, if the first term is 7 and nth term is 84 and sum of first n terms is 2093 by 2, then n is equal to dash. So here values of a, an and sn are given. Using these three, we are supposed to find the value of n. Now all these variables are present in a formula, which is sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus an. Substitute all the known values here, which are Sn, A and An. Sn is 2093 divided by 2 is equal to n divided by 2 into A value is 7 and An is 84. Now we can cancel this 2 and 2, because when we transpose 2 to LHS, it will go to multiplication, so it will get cancelled, and then 2093 is equal to n into 7 plus 84 is 91. Now transpose 91 also to the LHS. So we get 2093 divided by 91 is equal to n. So divide 2093 by 91, dividing 2093 by 91. It is divisible for 2 times. 91 into 2 is 182. Then 9 minus 2 is 7, and 10 minus 2, 10 minus 8 is 2. So 27, and bring 3 down. And now it is divisible for 3 times. 91 into 3 is 273. 0 is the remainder. So value of n is 23. Option C is correct answer. Question number 5. If two positive integers p and q can be expressed as p equals to 18 a square b power 4 and q is equal to 20 a cubed b square, where a and b are prime numbers, then LCM of p and q is dash. So first let us write the prime factorization of both p and q. The prime factorization of 18 a square b power 4 is 18 can be written as 2 into 3 square into a square into b power 4, and q is equal to 20. The prime factorization of 20 is 2 square into 5 into a cubed into b square. Now we know what is LCM. LCM is equal to the product of all factors with their highest powers. So now let me write all factors present in both the factorizations, which are 2, 3, 5 and a and b. Now for each factor let me write the highest power. Now compare 2 here. 2 and 2 square is there. The highest power is 2, so 2 square we have to write. Here 3 square, only 1 3 is there, so 3 square we should write. And 5 also is present in only one place, so 5 will remain same. And then a square and a cubed, so we have to write a cubed. B power 4 and b square, b power 4 we have to write. And now by multiplying this one, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, and then 4 into 9 is 36, 36 into 5 is 180. So answer is 180 a cubed into b power 4. So answer is option D. In question number 6, AD is the median of triangle ABC with vertices 5, minus 6, B 6, 4 and C 0, 0. Length AD is equal to dash. Now we have to find, here AD is the median. So median is a line segment joining any vertex to the midpoint of its opposite side. So D is the midpoint of BC. D is the midpoint of BC. Now the vertex A is 5, minus 6 and vertex B is 6, 4 and vertex C is 0, 0. So to find the length of AD, that is distance from A to D, first we need to find the vertex D. D is the midpoint of BC. So we can apply the formula, midpoint formula. Midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Now taking B as x1 y1 and C as x2 y2, x1 plus x2, 6 plus 0, 6 plus 0 divided by 2, comma y1 plus y2, 4 plus 0 divided by 2. So that is 6 by 2 is 3 and 4 by 2 is 2. So the midpoint of BC is 3, 2. Now we have to use the distance formula. So distance between A and D, the distance formula is x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So taking A as x1 y1 and D as x2 y2, so first we can write x2 minus x1 the whole square, which is 3 minus root 5 the whole square, so 3 minus 5 the whole square, 3 minus 5 the whole square plus y2 minus y1, so which is 2 minus of minus 2, minus 6, 2 minus of minus 6 the whole square. Now 3 minus 5 is minus 2, minus 2 the whole square is 4, and similarly 2 minus of minus 6 is 2 plus 6, which is 8. So 8 square is 64. So now 4 plus 64 is 68. So option A is the correct answer, root 68 units. Then question number 7. If secant theta minus tan theta is equal to m, then the value of secant theta plus tan theta is equal to dash. Now here we can just multiply this by secant theta plus tan theta. So let me multiply this, multiply sec theta minus tan theta by sec theta plus tan theta divided by sec theta plus tan theta. So in the numerator sec theta minus tan theta into sec theta plus tan theta can be written as sec square theta minus tan square theta divided by sec theta plus tan theta. And now here we know that sec square theta minus tan square theta is 1 according to the trigonometric identity. So 1 divided by sec theta plus tan theta. So now just reciprocate this. So we can write this as, so actually this is equal to 1 by, this is equal to m. We know that sec theta minus tan theta is m, so we need to write this as m here. And now let me write this is equal to m, and now reciprocating this on both sides, in the LHS 1 by sec theta plus tan theta will become sec theta plus tan theta, and in the RHS reciprocating m you will get 1 by m. So therefore answer is 1 by m. So option C is the correct answer. Question number 8. From the data 1, 4, 7, 9, 16, 21, 25, if all the even numbers are removed, then the probability of getting at random a prime number from the remaining is. So here we have 2, 4, 6, 7 numbers are there. So out of these 7 numbers, if you remove even numbers, that is 4 and 16 are the even numbers. If you remove even numbers, so the numbers present is 5. There are 5 numbers left. So total number of numbers present is 5. So we can write this as n of s is equal to 5. N of s is equal to 5. So out of 5 numbers, if you pick a number randomly, what is the probability of getting prime number? Out of these numbers, that is 1, 7, 9, 21 and 25, out of these numbers, how many prime numbers are there? So there is only one prime number, is 7. 7 is the prime number. All other numbers are not prime numbers. So the probability of getting a prime number from the numbers remaining after you remove the even numbers. So that is only one prime number is present. So 1 divided by 5 is the answer. 1 divided by 5. So option B is the correct answer. Question number 9. For some data x1, x2, etc. xn with respective frequencies f1, f2, etc. fn, the value of sigma 1 to n fi into xi minus x bar is equal to. So for this, first let us know what is the meaning of x bar. X bar is mean. So we know that x bar is mean, and we have the formula for x bar. X bar is equal to sigma fi into xi divided by sigma fi, where sigma fi is total number of frequencies, that means total number of observations. Sigma fi stands for total number of observations, which can be denoted by n. So now if I transpose this to LHS, we get n into x bar is equal to sigma fi into xi. Now let me take the given expression, which is sigma 1 to n fi into xi minus x bar is equal to, now here it is given sigma 1 to n. So if we write this, we can write this as f1 into x1, then f1 minus f1 into x bar, f1 into x bar, plus, since it is sigma, summation of f1 x1 minus f1 x bar and f2 x2 minus f2 x bar plus etc. So we can write sigma 1 to n fi into xi minus x bar is equal to f1 x1 minus f1 x bar plus f2 x2 minus f2 x bar etc. So now when we put all these positive things together and negative things together, f1 into x1 plus f2 into x2 plus f2 into x3 etc., we can write it as all these things together we can write it as n x bar. We can write this can be written as n into x bar. So not n into x bar, sigma fi into xi. This can be written as sigma fi into xi. This can be written as sigma fi into xi. Then all the negative values here, that is f1 x bar, f2 x bar etc. So in this, all this together can be written as f1, so if you take it like this, minus of f1 x bar plus f2 x bar plus f3 x bar etc. All these things, here x bar is common, so if you keep x bar as common and put f1 plus f2 plus f3 etc., so the sum of all the frequencies stands for n. Sum of all the frequencies is n. So this will become x bar into n. So minus x bar into n. So we can write this as minus n times x bar. And then from the first part, we got to know that sigma fi xi can be replaced by n into x bar. So that we put it in the put it over here. So we get sigma fi xi can be replaced by n times x bar minus n times x bar, which is equal to 0. So option D is the correct answer. Question number 10. The zeros of a polynomial x square plus px plus q are twice the zeros of the polynomial 4x square minus 5x minus 6, the value of p is dash. So it is given that the zeros of the first polynomial are twice the zeros of the second polynomial. So first let us find the zeros of the second polynomial, taking them as alpha and beta. Let the zeros of 4x square minus 5x minus 6 be alpha and beta. So now let us find alpha plus beta for the second polynomial. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, which is alpha plus beta is equal to minus of minus 5 divided by 4. So alpha plus beta is equal to 5 by 4. So this is sum of the zeros from the second polynomial. Now p, we need to find the value of p. P is present in the place of b, that is bx. It is the coefficient of x. Now the zeros of the first polynomial are 2 alpha and 2 beta. Zeros of x square plus px plus q are 2x and 2 alpha and 2 beta. Now let us go for sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros is alpha plus beta. So here 2 alpha plus 2 beta is equal to minus b by a. Now take 2 common here. 2 times alpha plus beta is equal to minus So the value of b in the first equation, is p. P divided by value of a in the first equation is 1. So now we get alpha plus beta is 5 by 4. So replace alpha plus beta by 5 by 4. So 2 into 5 by 4 is equal to minus p. So here we can cancel 2 and 4, 2 ones are and 2 twos are. So you get minus p is equal to 5 by 2. Therefore p is equal to minus 5 by 2. So option A is the correct answer. Question number 11. If the distance between the points 3, minus 5 and x, minus 5 is 15 units, then the value of x. So here we know the distance formula. So we just write the distance formula and substitute all these values, and then we can find the value of x. So square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square is equal to d. Now put square on both sides to remove the square roots. So you get x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square is equal to d square. Now x2. So take the first point as x1 y1 and the second point as x2 y2 and then 15 units. This is the distance. Now x2 minus x1. x2 is x. So we can replace x2 by x minus x1. x1 is 3 the whole square plus y2 is minus 5. Then minus of y1 is minus 5. So minus of minus 5 the whole square is equal to d square. D square is 15 square. D square is 15 square. Now x minus 3 the whole square plus here minus 5, minus of minus 5 the whole square will become minus 5 plus 5 the whole square. So minus 5 plus 5 will become 0. So 0 is equal to 15 square. So now let us put square root on both sides. Here you can write x minus 3 the whole square is equal to 225, and now to find the value of x you can directly apply square root on both sides to remove the square in the LHS. So by applying square root on both sides you get x minus 3 is equal to root 225. You can write it as plus or minus 15. So now let me write x minus 3 is equal to 15 or x minus 3 is equal to minus 15. Now we can transpose minus 3 to RHS in both the case. So we get x is equal to 15 plus 3, and in the other case x is equal to minus 15 plus 3. So this will give you x is equal to 18 and x is equal to minus 12. So option 2 is the correct answer. Option B, minus 12 and 18. And if cos alpha plus beta is equal to 0, then the value of cos alpha plus beta divided by 2 is equal to dash. So for what angle cos is 0? For what angle cos is 0? So it is cos 90 degree. For cos 90 degree, it is value is 0. Therefore alpha plus beta is 90 degree. Alpha plus beta is 90 degree. Then alpha plus beta divided by 2 will be 45 degree. Therefore cos 45 degree is 1 by root 2. So option A is the correct answer. Question number 13. A solid sphere is cut into two hemispheres. The ratio of the surface areas of sphere to that of two hemispheres taken together. So we need to find the ratio of surface area of the sphere to the surface area of two hemispheres taken together. So we know that surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square, and surface area of two hemispheres, surface area of hemisphere is 3 pi r square. Two hemispheres will become 3 pi r square plus 3 pi r square, it will become 6 pi r square. So we can write as 6 pi r square. So here we get pi r square and pi r square will get cancelled, and 2 2s are 4 and 2 3s are 6. Therefore answer is 2:3. Option C is correct answer. Question number 14. The middlemost observation of every data arranged in order is called median. So mean is the average of the data, mode is the observation which occurs for maximum number of times, deviation is the deviation of every value, every midpoint of the class interval from the assumed mean. So the middlemost observation of every data is median. Question number 15. The volume of the largest right circular cone that can be carved out from a solid cube of edge 2 cm. So the edge of cube is 2 cm. The edge of the cube is 2 cm. And now the maximum, the largest right circular cone that can be carved out from this cube. If you cut out a right circular cone from a solid whose each edge is a solid cube whose each edge is 2 cm, then the diameter of the cone should be, see, the diameter of the cone should be equal to the edge of the cube. The diameter of the cone should be equal to the edge of the cube, which should be 2 cm. Then height of the cone should be equal to height of the each edge of the cube. So height of the cone is 2 cm. Therefore radius of the cone is 1 cm. Now we are supposed to find the volume of the cone. So volume of cone formula is 1/3 pi r square h. So here radius is 1 cm and height is 2 cm. 1/3 into pi into 1 square into h is 2. So this will give you 2/3 into pi. 2/3 into pi cubic centimeter. So which is option D is the correct answer. Question number 16. Two dice are rolled together. The probability of getting sum of numbers on the two dice as 2, 3 or 5 is dash. So here we have to take in which of the outcomes the sum is 2, in which all the outcomes sum is 3, and in which all the outcomes 5 is the sum is 5. All these should be counted to get the probability of getting the sum of the numbers on the two dice is 2, 3 or 5. Now on how many outcomes, in how many outcomes the sum of the digits, the sum of the numbers will become 2, 3 and 5. So first one is 1, 1. 1, 1 will give you 2, and then for 3 it is 1, 2 and then 2, 1. Then for 5 it is 1, 4, then 2, 3, then 3, 2, then 4, 1. So these are the outcomes whose sum of the numbers, in which the sum of the numbers on the dice is 2, 3 or 5. So we have total 7 outcomes. So 7 outcomes out of 36. So option A is the correct answer, 7/36. Question number 17. The center of the circle is at 2, 0. If one end of the diameter is at 6, 0, then the other end is dash. So in a circle, the center of the circle is 2, 0. And if you draw a diameter AB, one end, that is A, is 6, 0. And we are supposed to find the other end, that is B, the vertex B. So now to find this, we know that center of the circle is the midpoint of diameter. Center of the circle is the midpoint of diameter. So we can apply the midpoint formula. So here taking A as x1, y1 and midpoint as x, y, and the other point is x2, y2. So we are supposed to find x2, y2. So the midpoint formula is m x comma y is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So now you can equate x is 2, 2 is equal to x1 plus x2. x1 is 6 and x2 is, let me write this as it is, x2 itself divided by 2. So transpose 2 to the LHS, 2 into 2, 4. And then transpose 6 minus 6 is equal to x2. So x2 is equal to minus 2. And then similarly for y is 0. 0 is equal to y1 is 0. y2 divided by 2. So transpose 2 to LHS, it becomes 0 into 2, 0. And 0 again transpose 0 to the LHS, 0 minus 0, 0 only. So y2 is equal to 0. So answer is minus 2 comma 0. Option C is the correct answer. 18th one. In the given figure, graphs of two linear equations are shown. The pair of these linear equations is dash. So we can see these two lines are, if we produce them, they will intersect each other. So they will intersect at one point. So the lines that will intersect at one point are consistent with unique solution. So option A is the correct answer. Question number 19. The tangents drawn at the end points of a diameter of a circle are parallel. So assertion is true. And diameter of a circle is the longest chord. So that is also true. But this reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. So assertion is true. Assertion is true. And reason is also true. But reason is not the correct explanation, is not the correct explanation of assertion. Correct explanation of assertion. If the graph of a polynomial touches x-axis at only one point, then the polynomial cannot be a quadratic polynomial. Assertion is false, because the graph of the quadratic polynomial, it touches the x-axis at 2 points in some cases, and in some cases they touches the x-axis at only one point. In some cases the graph does not touch the x-axis, because a quadratic polynomial has at most two zeros. It has at most two zeros, not exactly two zeros. So according to that, assertion is false. A polynomial of degree n is greater than 1, can have at most n zeros. Reason is true, but assertion is false. Thank you.